In today's video, we're going to address the overall market once again. There was a massive sell-off today, and I'm going to explain to you exactly why the market sold off. I'm going to explain to you exactly what's going to happen within the next few days to get you ready. And I'm going to be sharing with you some stocks as well to keep in your watch list for the next few days. All right, y'all. Now, before we begin, again, do not forget to annihilate the like button on your way in. And also don't forget to click on that subscribe button if you are new to the channel, right? So let's get right into it, right off the bat. All right, so yesterday the market did something that I did not, I expected a pop to at least these ranges right here. Let me pull up the Nasdaq again. We're gonna go to the Nasdaq because it's easier, all right? And it's just moving. It's moving the way I explained to y'all within the last videos. So on this day, which was the 14th was yesterday, Wednesday, yeah. So on this day, I told y'all that we may get a kind of a retest of like this range before we roll over today. All right, it didn't quite get as high. It didn't get to like 12,155 before pulling back, which is what I expected. All right, but the move came very soon. The Fed decided to increase interest rates by 0.5%. And that is very bearish news. The market didn't like it. There was a whipsaw right here, and today a massive gap down. Now, how could you have made money off of this? Well, number one, I told y'all that we will roll over. But number two, there was some clues on these charts. All right, I didn't touch anything. The massive bear flag is still there, and we're moving closer to that red box at the bottom. All right, again, nothing has been touched on this one. So this move is very expected. So tomorrow it might pull it off. Tomorrow it might pull it off. All right, if not tomorrow, if the market decides to stall, then the next big move could be on Wednesday. All right, but I wouldn't be surprised if you saw it tomorrow. Now, I wanted to say something about how could you have seen this. Well, it's very simple. Like looking at the other stocks, I'm gonna go over to the trades that we took just to show you the opportunities that were there. All right, first and foremost, again, this was yesterday. As I said, I didn't expect that drop at during the FOMC meeting. I took a day trade on Apple. All right, and the entry was good. The entry was perfect, as you can see. The chart was there. I might have been reaching not the cleanest of the cleanest, but it was clean enough for me to get in at the breakout at around 146, looking for the move all the way up to like 147, maybe 147.50, right? So the contracts were up a little bit, and they were going. They went from 175 all the way up to around 210 by the time the meeting showed up. And as soon as the FOMC meeting happened, I had to get out like 1 minute afterwards, especially because it broke right through my stop loss at 145. So I had to immediately get out of that, and I took a little loss, about a 30% loss on that one, which is fine. But looking at it right now, looking at the way the stock is at the moment, in the morning, it formed this structure right over here, right there, a descending triangle, which we were able to actually catch and make some money off of. All right, as you can see, so I got in with puts a little late, like 30 minutes late, maybe 25 minutes late, but the goal was to hold it all the way until 136. Eventually it got there, but I got out early. I took some profits off of that one because I saw Amazon. All right, I saw Amazon looking at the same time, and I thought that Amazon could move lower a lot faster than Apple, which it definitely did. So I got out of Apple, and then I moved money to Amazon for the drop all the way down to 87.40-ish. All right, and as you can see, it just kept dropping. It kept dropping slowly. It just kept dropping, and then I ended up getting out. This was a 50-minute trade. I ended up getting out when it got really close to that circle. I didn't wait all the way until it got into like 87.40. I got out right when it got to, right after it hits 87.53. That's when I was out of all of those puts. All right. Now, where is Apple going to go next? It got to 136 already. Some people still held it. Some people may have sold or replaced it, but either way, the whole market collapsed. Now, is this thing done yet? I don't think so. Like, I really don't think so. I really don't think so. And here's why. Looking at it big picture, as y'all can see, like the structure that I just showed you intraday, that descending triangle, I see it right now on a daily. Like, it's there, it's massive, and it's very hard to unsee after I do this, right? Y'all see what I'm doing. Y'all see it. So it's very hard to unsee it once you see it. So is it out of the woods just yet? I think it's gonna be very vulnerable tomorrow, especially if it cracks below 136. Especially if it does that. So keep your eyes out for that. Tomorrow, again, I said the market may stall because of today's massive move. Like, we may see a doji tomorrow like this, where the market goes absolutely nowhere. Maybe we even see a bounce all the way up to like 138 before Monday it drops a little bit lower at 137 and potentially goes even lower, right? So that might happen. All right, the same thing applies for Amazon. All right, now the stock that y'all should be keeping in your watch list, apart from Apple, that stock is ALGM. All right, now ALGM, it had its moments. All right, it broke out and it ran all the way to the 30s from the lows of the lows of 20. All right, so it had a 50% move, and right now it's looking kind of fragile, and it looks like it wants to retest that previous level right here at 26. Definitely keep your eyes on this one for a drop. It left some gaps as it went up, especially the one that is right over here, right? Especially that one. So definitely keep your eyes out for that potential drop. Now, let me do an update on a stock that I've mentioned in the last video. That stock is Tesla. Tesla did something really weird today. I told y'all that 150-ish was at least the lows where I expected some type of bounce. So it gapped down and it moved completely opposite to everything else. Like, the SPY was collapsing, the Dow Jones was collapsing, the majority of tech stocks were all collapsing on my watch list, and Tesla was literally the only one in my watch list that was green, which may have, I mean, from what I told y'all in the last video, it's doing exactly what I told y'all it would, which is to consolidate at these previous levels. Maybe even go up here to like the 165 before rolling over again, especially if the market tends to be slow and to stall, right? Especially if that happens, then Tesla might just chop some more before this drop right here happens next week. All right, it's not done yet. Looking at it from the daily, it looks terrible, right? It looks really bad. Like, all levels of resistance are being shattered, right? So it might just wait until the 9 SMA catches up before going lower. It's not looking good. Look, the weekly also looks terrible. Yeah, the weekly also looks bad. So long term, I would, yeah, long term within the next few weeks, I'm still bearish until it shows some signs of a reversal. All right, so that's my very honest thoughts on all of the stocks, and that is the end of the video. Again, do not forget to annihilate the like button for the YouTube algorithm. As always, helps the channel a lot and allows more people to get this knowledge as well. Also, if you are new to the channel and you haven't done so already, definitely click on subscribe and click on the notification bell along with all notifications. That way you don't miss out on future uploads. If you'd like to be part of a private Discord community where you can get all of this information in real time as I see them, you can find that as the first link in the description of the video below. If you haven't added me on social media, you can find me at NGumah and at PATTERNOLOGY LAB on Instagram and on Twitter. And lastly, if all of this is brand new to you, if you're interested in getting started in the stock market, there's some basic step-by-step directions in the description of the video below. Step 1 to step 3. It only takes about 10-15 minutes for you to have all the tools you need to start trading immediately. You can also get some free stocks after signing up with Webull using the third link in the description of the video below. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is NGumah with PATTERNOLOGY LAB, where we trade patterns and patterns only. And I will see all of you in the next video.